On the phone line right now, we are joined by one of the stars of the upcoming production of Dreamgirls, the Dallas Theater Center, which will run through July the 24th in the unbelievable theater there. It's Mr. Derrick Davis. How you doing today, Derrick?
Fantastic. Good morning to you and all your listeners.
Very good to have you with us. This is a show that most of us know from the movie, the Jennifer Hudson movie, but I assume there'll be some different things about the stage show in Dallas.
Yeah, there's always something different between film and live theater. Live theater has this give and take between the audience and the performers. So there's an emotional experience that you'll experience that's completely different from what you'll get from just watching a movie to begin with. And as far as the script and everything like that is concerned, there are some subtle differences, but you'll still get the same great story.
Now, if you're a fan of old music, if you're a fan of the Motown era, this is just right smack dab in the middle of that. You feel like you've gone back to the 60s, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, old music and new music. So if you're, like you said, a fan of that era, you grew up in that era, you want that nostalgia, you're going to get it at its greatest at Dreamgirls. But also, if you're a fan of contemporary music, a lot of contemporary music samples older music, and so you'll be able to come and feel the vibe that's in contemporary music as well, in experiencing this great work.
Talking to Derrick Davis, he's starring in Dreamgirls at the Dallas Theater Center. He has spent a lot of time on Broadway. He played the role of Mufasa in Disney's Lion King, also Scar in that production. The Daytime Emmy Awards, Dancing with the Stars as well. Is Dancing with the Stars what most people either recognize you from, or if someone does recognize you on the streets there, is that what you get the most, or is it other things that you've done?
Well, the most thing that I get is The Lion King. That's one of the most popular productions. It's the number one production in the world, actually. And so most people know me from that, or from a weekly open mic that I produce in Times Square called Lights Out on Broadway. So those are the two things that people recognize me for the most.
Now, let me ask you, when you do theater, and every night's different, and something goes wrong, something goes askew, or maybe somebody doesn't give you the cue that you expected, what is that like when you're on stage and you have to zig when they zagged?
Yeah.
It really keeps you on your toes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does. It can either be absolutely terrifying or absolutely thrilling. The good thing about particularly Lion King and Dreamgirls, the cast that I work with are incredibly professional. So when somebody, we call it going up on your line, that's when you forget your line. So when somebody goes up on their line, the person that's on the stage with them, it's kind of their duty to help them back to where we're supposed to be. You know, your heart races, you have a couple of beads of sweat, and then you smile afterwards, because that's what live theater is all about. The listening and responding and everything like that, and experiencing things, like you said, new and fresh and different every single night to give the audience that experience.
Derrick Davis on the phone with us with Dreamgirls, the Dallas Theater Center, running through the 24th of July. And one last thing, this theater that you're performing in is unbelievable. It's relatively new. It's right there in downtown Dallas, across from the Windspear. The facility, you could almost go and just check out the facility, and it would be worth your while.
Yeah, and I encourage people to go on YouTube as well. There's a clip on there that shows the transformation of the theater, the capabilities of it. You're going to see, when you come to see Dreamgirls, you'll see us in a thrust. And what that means is it's a three-quarter round kind of a feel with a proscenium normal theater stage behind it. So the performance kind of comes out into the audience. It's a great, great experience. But I just saw a performance there prior to Dreamgirls of Deferred Action while we were in rehearsal, and they were in a perfect proscenium, which is just the normal theater setup, and the transformation of the space is just incredible. So check that out online, and come check us out at Dreamgirls, because it's going to be an incredible, incredible opportunity for you to see what that theater can do in your city.
Yeah, that's right, and not far from us, right in Dallas. July 24th is the last day, and it actually started this past weekend. So the Dallas Theater Center presents Dreamgirls at the Wiley Theater. Derrick, I want to thank you for your time today, and break a leg.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Derrick Davis from Dreamgirls. You're listening to 89.5 Chuck FM.